Alright, this video tutorial will overview the general process of running your call online. There's three basic steps. 1, your users submit entries. 2, the juror users vote and jury your show. And 3, the admin user notifies the submission entrants of their status. So we're going to look at each one of those steps from the perspective of each one of those particular players. First, we'll be overviewing the user role in entering a submission into your call. Now, I'm going to jump over here to my other browser here, and I'll log in as Jane. Of course, this assumes that Jane has already registered an account on your site. Now, of course, this assumes that Jane has already registered with the call. And when I log in here, we'll see that Jane already has 3 submissions. And because I allow 4 submissions in this particular call, I'm going to add the new submission. So I'll select Add New Submission. I'll submit a new submission into the graphic design category, which does not have a media. Title, I'll say ICE. And sale price maybe is going to be $120 for this particular entry. And then custom thing, I'll just say custom value. Of course, this was set up earlier in our call. And I'll say submit entry details. Now this takes me to page 2. So I've successfully saved the details. Now I can add an image or up to 3 images if I choose. And again, there's a maximum and a minimum width header values in the accepted file types. So I'm going to select the Add Images button, and I've got an image here on my desktop that I'll upload, and I'll just select Open here. A progress bar will appear as this image is being uploaded, and then another progress bar will pop up as the thumbnails are being generated. Now, depending on how big the images your users are submitting, this could take a minute or 2, and again, it would all vary on their internet connection speeds. Once the image has been uploaded, you'll see the little success icon pop up here along with the thumbnail of their image. And then now that I've uploaded an image, I can simply say Done, and it will take me back to the index view where I can now see my 4th submission. And I can hover over the details of my submissions, or I can optionally delete this submission from my submissions. Now your users will be able to delete their submissions up until your jury process begins. So that is based off of your jury date. So let's go back here and look at the online jury settings. And remember here that there's this, whoops, not the online jury, the submission settings is what I'm trying to say. So after the end of the submission date period, your users would not be allowed to delete their submissions, presumably because they would be under a jury process at that point. But up until that point, your user could go ahead and select the delete button and say OK, and it would delete this submission from this user's entries here. So that's now purged from the call. So that's kind of the process of what a user sees and how they upload submissions to your call. Next, we'll look at the jury process and how that works.